No rush, but whenever you're ready, Bailey.
Oh, I'm ready. Sorry.
All right, Bailey Tardy, 3 over 75 today. Can you talk us through your round out there?
Yeah, just struggled a little bit off the tee. Didn't hit as many fairways as I wanted to. But super windy out there today, a lot different conditions in the first 2 days. Proud of the way I hung in there, but definitely room for improvement.
How hard is that stretch just from 8 and then all the way coming in through 18?
Yeah, it's pretty difficult, especially the back nine with the trees blocking some of the wind. It's hard to judge if the wind's helping or hurting. But yeah, I disappointed in some of my games, some of my shots today, but overall, I think, I'm still in contention. I was leading the U.S. Open after 2 days. I think there's a little bit of nerves involved today. But yeah, just going to go out and enjoy tomorrow and see what happens.
We'll start with the good. Your first birdie of the day, you chipped in on 11. Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, that was fun. I hit a really good shot into that hole, and I was kind of surprised it went over, but I had a terrible lie in the rough coming out of that. And yeah, it was pretty cool to chip in. Haven't done that in a while.
And then how about 15? What happened there?
Let me think. What hole is 15?
I think you hit the
I doubled.
fairway with drive.
That was just very poor. Tried to flight down an 8-iron, hit it, chunked it, hit it high right. Thought my chip was going to check. It didn't. Put myself in literally the worst spot you can do to that pin. I think it was, I don't know. It was just poor course management, poor play. But you can always learn from it.
Well, you said it yourself. You didn't have your best out there today, but you're only 3 shots off the lead. How do you take that into tomorrow as a positive?
Yeah, again, I'm still in contention, and I didn't play my best today. So just focus on hitting more fairways tomorrow, and I think the rest will come easy.
Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Bailey.
Hey.
2 questions for you. One, what have you now thought of the setup of the golf course through 3 days of this? What are the thoughts?
I definitely figured out how hard it is out of the rough. I don't think I've played too many shots in spots in the rough that's super thick. But I think the course setup is great. I think it would be more fun to hit some par 5s in 2, but everything else is pretty amazing. This is the toughest golf course I think I've ever played, and just the course setup is really testing every aspect of your game this week.
You mentioned the par 5s, and people in the Twitter world and et cetera have mentioned those too, that maybe they could have given you a little bit more opportunity on those. Do you kind of feel that way?
Yeah, I, especially as a long hitter, I think being able to hit driver, a really risky driver shot on 18 and then get rewarded and then hit another really risky shot into the green in 2, I think that would be super fun for us and for fans to see. But bringing the tree into play is also extremely difficult. It makes for an incredibly hard second shot, especially when it gets windy. It's hard both ways, but it could, I don't know. I love going for par 5s in 2, so that would be fun. But it's definitely still risk reward out here.
And forgive me for a money question on Saturday night, but this is the opportunity for life-changing money for a lot of people. How do you look at that? In the greater scheme of your life and what you've done so far.
Yeah, I'm not really out here to make money. I'm out here because this is what I love to do. And yes, this is my job, but at the end of the day, I enjoy this so much that it doesn't feel like work to me. Sure, there's a big paycheck that could be at the end of this, or that is technically, regardless. But yeah, I'm not really thinking about the money. It would be very nice. My roommates were joking, if you win this tournament, we're all becoming your housemaid. But no, again, I'm just trying to put myself in the right position.
What would be the biggest priority for you with a big check? What would change your life most immediately?
I would buy a house. Yeah, definitely. I've lived with my parents for the majority of my life, and moved down to Florida for the off season. And then this has been like the first time I've lived in Atlanta, not in my parents' home. And so definitely, solely because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't pay for rent, and I didn't think it was worth paying rent when I was on the road so much. So yeah, definitely buying a home and having a nice backyard for my dog to run in. But yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Billy. Good
Thank
luck
you.
tomorrow.
Thanks.